Audio Jungle.
Hi guys, today we are at Nurburgring GP track, and of course we're gonna do a track guide with Gr.3 class. As we are approaching our first braking point, which is somewhere around 125 meters, you can use the reference of 100 meter mark. Be really hard on the brakes. As you downshift in the third, then second, you don't want to downshift it into the first gear because it will gain you so much rotation and you will not be able to control the car. As you can see here, I instantly put a little bit of throttle just to get the maximum amount of speed out of the corner, which will probably gain around a tenth, maybe half a tenth. Also, when you're approaching this left-hander, just tap the brakes a little and then coast. Just coast when you feel you have the traction, put in the throttle, and you want to get on the Astro, not too much, but as long as you don't cross with all four tires on the Astro, you'll get a penalty then. As you can see here, the next braking point is somewhere around 30 meters before the end of the Astro on the right. Be really hard on the brakes. Try to maintain the speed into this slow left-hander. It's really crucial because it will gain you somewhere around maybe a tenth, maybe 2/10 in some occasions. Just try to maintain speed. It's really important. And then upshifting into third gear, slowly ease off the throttle and be really fast out of the exit. As you can see here, my reference point for this corner is the beginning of the dirt on the right. Really hard on the brakes, downshifting in the third. Also, trying to stay as close to the left curb as possible. When you see, I'm putting in a full throttle input until I reach the end of the curb on the left. You can trail brake into this corner as long as you get the apex right. You want to go for the late apex. As you can see, I'm into second gear, and now I'm gonna upshift into third. Now, because I don't want to get too much rotation, but I want to maintain speed out of the corner. As you can see here, I'm using the tower on the right as my next reference point. Be hard on the brakes. Also here, you want to aim for the curb on the right. You want to stay as close as possible to it. As you can see here, I'm staying in the second gear, putting in a half a throttle, and when you reach somewhere around the end of the corner, put in the full throttle out. Here you want to climb the curb on the right and upshifting into fifth gear as you ease off the throttle. You want to ease off the throttle, upshift into fifth and full throttle out. As you can see here, I used the 100 meter mark as my reference point and I braked just a little bit before it. Like at 125 meters should be enough. You can brake later, but as long as you maintain speed, it's gonna be okay. You don't want to go too wide here. Just be really fast on the throttle. You gotta maintain speed. For this one, I use the brown patch on the left as my next reference point. As you can see, I put in just a little bit of trail braking, just tapping the brakes to get a decent rotation, and waiting to put in the throttle. Now I'm approaching the most important part of the track, which is the chicane, the last chicane, and I'm using the 100 meter mark on the right as my reference point. Hard on the brakes, downshifting in the third. You may want to downshift in the second, but it's all up to you. But if you want to get a decent lap out of it, or you just want to maintain speed, it's good to be in the third gear. As you can see here, I downshifted in the second, and I think I lost somewhere around maybe a tenth or maybe a two just by doing that. And now for the last turn of the track, you want to use the pole on the right as your reference mark. Downshifting into second, upshifting into third, and full throttle out. And guys, if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, of course. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you some other time.